Hi, it's VanGoghChica here to say hey. It's been a while. Haven't been on in over a week. I've been feeling under the weather. You know that I have an autoimmune illness and I take a medication that's very strong. It's like what they give transplant patients so that they don't reject the drugs. Anyway, it lowers your immunity, and I got very ill and I had to be taken off it. And to take me off it all at once when we had built up the dosage over 3 months, I felt really bad. So any one of you who can sympathize, but I've been very dizzy and shaky and blah, 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 not feeling good. And now I'm not on any rheumatoid arthritis meds for a while until my body bounces back with a healthier immune system, which could be a couple months, maybe, I think. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. I'm talking to you about it because this channel, somebody asked me that I went and I talked to somebody that was like a marketing expert just about my YouTube channel. And they were telling me, well, are you wanting to promote disability awareness or are you trying to promote card making, paper crafts, and artists? I said, well, I'm both. I'm also a woman of color. I'm also this, I'm also that. And they're, oh no, the algorithm is going to get confused if you talk both about disabilities and art. Well, I am a disabled artist. And you know what? I just said, well, if I was coming on here doing a YouTube video for like a store or something, reviewing their products, another paper crafting business, of course, I would not talk about my personal life. But right now, it's just my little itty bitty channel. And I'm finding a lot of people have similar issues, are finding it really comforting to watch someone talk about, I'm going through the same thing. And then I'm also an artist, and they're like, oh, I like journaling. So I think I'm finding my niche, maybe. But I won't go more into that. I haven't been feeling good. And I'm having a lot of fun on TikTok. If any of you are card makers and you want to have fun mail, I'm going to get a P.O. box and start doing fun mail with other paper crafters. So, but today I wanted to... Hi, it's me again. Oh my gosh, this is the 7th attempt to record this. I switch camera positions so that you can see the spread better. But I had to end up doing this looking at the camera facing backwards, which is not as good quality, but I could not guess where to put this book when it was facing other. I'm a new novice YouTuber. Be patient. So anyway, I wanted to show this art spread. And it is in culmination of a couple-month support group that met every Sunday on Zoom from different parts of the country. And it was about spirituality, finding our own divine essence. And at the end, Z, who runs this group, a brilliant friend of mine, Z goes by pronouns they, them, and Z has a website called zforbeauty.org. I'll put a link in my description. She ran this group and they asked us to, at the end, think about and express in some creative way what your personal cosmology is at this point. And so this is mine, an art journal spread. Now, I was raised a good Catholic girl, Catholic nuns, all my schooling. So I have reference to wings, angels. That is my Christian faith, and I love the Holy Trinity. I love Jesus, Mary. But I also have indigenous roots, being Peruvian. And the last decade or so, I've really come into awareness that I have indigenous blood. That is why I am this color. That is why I look the way I look. Because, in the US, they'll say, oh, Hispanic, you're white. But some of us are not white looking. We're very brown looking. And that's because some of us have more indigenous blood in us and others have more European. Because as a race, Hispanic, Latinos, Latinx, we are a mixed race. We're a mestizo race of the conquistadores, European, with the indigenous people of the area they conquered. Some of us have more indigenous. But anyway, so I've really been reading a lot, studying about the people of Peru, the ancient, and I love archaeology, so I am a big fan of everything archaeology, South American. And one thing I discovered was this, the Chacana, C-H-A-K Chacana. This version of a stepped pyramid can be found in ancient monuments and art from South America, way older than the Incas and very ancient. And originally the earliest Chicanas made reference to what is called the Southern Cross. It's a constellation in the night sky. And these people were so sophisticated to know and work with that constellation. They believed they came from that constellation. And over time, the step pyramid, the 4 cardinal directions, got to be associated with an animal. So in one corner, you have the condor. This is a depiction from one of their monuments. You had a black puma in the another corner direction. You had a hummingbird, and you had a snake. And I really resonate with the Chicana because it is my history, but also because I dream very vividly, and I've had at least 2 of these animals come to me very powerfully in dreams, like very distinct. I woke up going, whoa, what does that mean? And then it's repeated, and one is the black puma, the other is the snake. Mine is big, whitish gold. I think when I was young, I used to always dream of flying, being on the back of an animal or bird that flies. And I wonder if that was the condor coming into my dreams. I have to get to know the hummingbird more. So I reference the Chicana, the animals that come to me, the Southern Cross. I also love goddess culture. When I, had my eyes open to Feminism 101 in college, of course, I started loving goddess culture. And as an art historian, there's beautiful evidence of goddess matriarchal cultures. Anyway, I really resonate with one goddess called, or witch. Some people say goddess, some people say witch. Witches were good. We have made them bad, but they were good healers. Is this labyrinth is very associated with Hecate. So is keys. So I'll let you research that, or maybe I'll talk about that more, but I really like that. I have my angels and Christian basis, and I have my animals of my native blood. And more and more, I'm very in tune. I do believe Jesus existed and he was a savior. But I think a lot of religious traditions are true, and Jesus manifested himself in many ways. He might be called a different thing. To me, I am comforted to hear Jesus. But I believe that what he represented on earth is represented in the natural world belief system of many indigenous cultures, of other Abrahamic religions. So anyway, so this is mine. And then I have a lot of butterflies. I have one there, I think I have one here, because they do represent transformation. But also right now, the monarch butterfly is a symbol for immigrant rights and passage. So I do have that butterfly. And this is golden doorway. I wanted to have a doorway because I do feel like where I've been in my life the last couple of years have really deepened my spirituality, and I'm being invited to walk through another dimension, another layer of my spirituality. And to remind me to go in open-minded, I have the tarot card, the Hangman. I read tarot. All the women in my dad's family read tarot. The Hangman's lesson is to surrender to what is and stop fighting it. That is the lesson. I can really apply this to my physical disability right now because I'm still having difficulty accepting it happily. And also spirituality. I will have things challenging me. But otherwise, if you see anything, there's a lot more to this, but that's the gist. Okay, I just wanted to show you. And if you have any thoughts, have you ever thought about it? No one's ever asked me, what's your cosmology? I never knew till I thought about it. And then I did this. So what's your cosmology? Do you art journal?